Hey, happy Wednesday, everyone. Hope you are doing well. It's a beautiful day here in San Diego. The rain has stopped, they say, at least for today. So, yeah, we've been getting some rain all this week, and today is a beautiful, clear day, and we'll take it. Yeah, and this is In the Raw, unscripted, unpracticed, unedited conversation. And we have been talking about amazing grace, and we've been talking about the different things that God's grace means to us. And in the last video, we started talking about grace and our mission. What is our purpose? Why, as we receive God's grace, what is our purpose? And I want to start today by reading what it says in Matthew 5, verse 44. It says, "But I say to you, love your enemies, bless those who curse you, do good to those who hate you, and pray for those who spitefully use you and persecute you, that you may be sons of your Father who is in heaven. For he makes his sun rise on the evil and on the good, and sends rain on the just and on the unjust." And the thing that I love about this verse is that it says, this is how you act like a son of your Father. This is Jesus speaking. And he's saying, you got to love your enemies. You've got to love those who persecute you, and you have to do this because this is what grace does, right? And this is how you act like one of his children, one of God's children, and we have to remember how he forgave us. Now we have to go put and do the same thing with other people. Now in the middle of that, it doesn't mean that everyone's going to see your example and say, oh, I want Jesus also, because I see that person is doing the right thing. Because Jesus also said that there's a real narrow road that leads to life, and a few will find it. And there's this huge road that leads to destruction, and many will enter through it. And so if there's only a few that are going through to be saved, we're going to realize that a lot of our life, even though we're showing grace to other people, it doesn't mean that they're going to accept it. It doesn't mean that they're going to believe. So, we shouldn't feel like we're doing something wrong if they're not responding, right? The important thing is that you act like Jesus, and that when they reject and when they curse you, you just keep blessing and giving and serving and showing grace. Grace because you understand the grace that God has given you. So it's not up to us to change people. I always say that. It's not our job to save anybody or to change anybody. That's God's job. Our job is just to love people. That's our job. To respect, accept, and love people. And we do that through grace. That's our mission, And whether they accept our grace or not, whether they accept our love or not, that's our job. Just love people and let God do the rest. And so that is our mission. And I love this verse because, it really shows the heart of Jesus. And, many times Jesus taught things that didn't make sense to people, and it still doesn't make sense, may not make sense to us. But that's his heart. Love your enemies. Bless those that curse you. Do good to those who hate you. We need that. We need more of that in this world, right? We need more of this type of, I call it upside down attitude, because it doesn't make sense. When somebody hates us, we usually tend to hate them back. When somebody curses us, we tend to curse them back. When somebody declares themselves as an enemy of us, or they do things that display them as an enemy, we want to do the same to them. But, we need to show that we are sons of our Father who is in heaven, as Jesus says here. And, he makes a really good point here that, I always think about. He makes the sun rise on the evil. The sun rises, and it's not just for the righteous people or the good people. That's his grace. He lets the sun shine on everybody. We need sunlight. We need that vitamin D. We need that warmth. And he does it to good people and bad people. And he sends rain. We just, like I said at the beginning, we've been having a lot of rain here. And he does that to the good and to the unjust, the just and the unjust. The rain comes down for everybody to benefit from that. As much as people may not like rain, but the rain benefits us. And he does that for everybody. So yeah, that is our mission. That is our purpose through grace. All right. I'll talk to you next time, and we'll wrap it up. All right. So have an amazing rest of your week. We will talk to you soon.